Almost feels like we're working at Google or something. Trampoline at work. You know, you want to relax? Just use the work trampoline. Whee! Alright everyone, hello and welcome back to another episode on Satisfactory with me, Spacefish, and welcome back to the very top of our Megafactory. We're just standing up here, enjoying the magnificent view after, in the last episode, making some good progress towards our newest assembly lines, which is supposed to be for modular engines, which is something that we in fact want to push out of this manufacturer in order to go ahead and work on phase 3 for our space elevator, getting some more cool technologies unlocked along the way, hopefully. So, well, there's still a bit of work today on that manufacturer today, and afterwards, we'll probably just work on expanding that Megafactory straight up. I mean, maybe, you know, patching up some of the holes in the walls, at least on the way there, in order to go ahead and work on that last part, or that last product that we do require for phase 3 of the space elevator, before we then probably at some point also consider finally having a look at this Megafactory where we've got like tons of holes in the walls. We want to kind of refurbish all the floors. We want to make this thing just look good, you know, have some windows maybe that we can look out of, have a glass hallway to our refinery platform, maybe even upgrade the size of the refinery platform. There's tons and tons of stuff to do just for the general operations of the Megafactory, but that is something that will only take care of once we do have all these products running. For the time being, we will get going on the modular engines just after I have asked you guys to, if you're new around here, if you do happen to enjoy this episode, please make sure to go ahead and smash that subscribe button right down below. That would really mean a ton. We're quite a small channel. We're looking to hit 1,000 subscribers as soon as possible, and every single person, of course, does help out a ton. So thank you so much if you did that. But without further ado, let us go ahead and actually we'll get something set up here. First and foremost, so I am quite triggered by the way that this conveyor belt does have to come out of that wall. Well, in fact, maybe it won't, and we will kind of just reshape that a tad bit, because technically speaking, there should be another conveyor belt coming around right there, I think, if I've got everything correctly in mind. So we could, oh, damn it, well, we could kind of just try and do this correctly, first and foremost. I'll just put all these engines that we're gathering off the belt in there manually in a second. But we'll be routing this into here then, I suppose, hoping that we can somehow squeeze another conveyor belt in there. Which, well, in fact, can we make this any closer, potentially? Let's give that another try. Because I feel we want this as close to the wall as possible to make sure that that other conveyor belt can actually properly fit in right there. Could you please? Thank you very much. So I would like to, yes, I think that is a little bit closer of a loop. So we'll do it like that. And then we'll go, I think it was right here, if I recall correctly. It was indeed, and there goes the modular engines, not the modular engines, the just the well, the motors. So those are in there. That's a start. Those will continue flowing. We do have the rubber. And then we do need the smart plating. Now, for the smart plating, let me double check. I think it was flowing in over here, if I recall correctly. Very much does look to be set up that way, but I can't recall, guys. Like, was there a reason we set things up like this, or was I kind of just looking around some corner, kind of screwing things up, or? There's no reason we need to bring it in like this, is there? It's honestly a bit confusing to me, the way that that is set up. I mean, it doesn't make any sense, thinking about it. Maybe we did have something in the way here previously, and that's why, and then we kind of reshaped it. I don't know. To me, it doesn't make any sense. Probably I'm going to set it up like this now, and then we're very quickly going to discover that, well, in fact, it did make all the sense in the world, and I should have just left it the way it was, but Well, now it's too late, I guess. Jesus Christ. Is this correct? No, now I'm clipping. My apologies. We'll have to tear that down. But yeah, so we'll kind of just guide this around the outside. If you do remember, you know, that there was in fact any reason, of course, and I kind of just messed things up here, please let me know down below in the comments. I would appreciate that a ton. For the time being, I suppose we're going to be doing things like this. Now, not really quite sure on aligning this bit here. Okay, it appears as though we do need to go a bit closer, and that is in fact a bit too close. So we want to kind of go here, I suppose. And then, yeah, we can kind of shake that conveyor belt around here, and we can bring it all the way out to, like... I'm feeling here? No, that was too... Okay, still fixable. Still fixable on the curve, so we've got a beautiful curve shaping right into that, and there you go. Well, the smart plating's flowing into that, technically. Well, first and foremost, let's go and put the extra materials that we already have into here, because of course, you know, tearing down a lot of the previous conveyor belts and stuff, we just have random things in our inventory that we're otherwise going to be carrying around for 2 years again, which is not going to be all too pleasant. So, you know, good thing to go and to take care of that way. Now then, but yeah, so, you know, getting rid of all that. But yeah, so the smart platings, of course, technically flowing in. Well, that is when we do, of course, attach this to power at some point. Now, the motors, as you can see, super low frequency. This is literally the first motor ever since we pulled that all down like 5 minutes ago. So, not doing too well on that end, but that is what it is. We will then be working on bringing that rubber in, which we can actually, first and foremost, I guess, tear down this foundation because we don't need it anymore. We only had that there to bring up that conveyor lift, and that's now done. So we'll be just kind of, you know, doing that. And well, then we kind of come to the question of where in the world do we need to place that lift in order to properly set things up, and I have to say I've got no clue in the world. We will want a conveyor wall mount here, of course. I'm not quite sure where is the issue. And we kind of need to place the wall mount first, as well as the conveyor, because, well, if we don't place that thing first, we can't determine which direction the conveyor should go in, right? We can only, like, if I build the lift from the bottom up, the lift is going to go upwards instead of downwards, which is going to kind of break the thing. So we need to have a conveyor bit first that we can attach the lift to, because then the lift knows that it needs to go down. But that also makes things more complicated, because I think we'll need to tear down things a few times in a row here in order to properly align stuff, as you can see. That is, for example, not far enough, so we need to tear that down, and then we do this, and then we... Well, the question is, do we place it here or there? If I think about it, I would say we place it here. Let's give it another try. Yep, that looks pretty well lined up, so I'll be going and putting that lift right there. Then that conveyor goes straight in, absolutely perfect, and then we can go ahead and let the rubber flow. Beautiful. So that is all the materials. Everything that we need flowing in, absolutely beautiful. Modular engine is already scheduled. Now the only thing that we will require up here, oh my god, is for me to fall to my death through a random hole in the floor, apparently. The only thing that we will require up there is power. So we do, of course, need to bring that up, which shouldn't be all too hard, especially given that we've got that huge gaping hole in the floor there to let the manta through. So, or even more so, especially given that we have already brought up power. That makes things even easier. And there we go. As you can see, already constructing the first modular engines. Very, very nice indeed. The rubber is all going to flow in like super quickly given the back look that we have. Absolutely not worried about that. Same, in fact, probably for most of the smart plating. Or not. But in any case, I think the bottleneck's probably going to be the motors. So, we'll see about that. But the good news is this is starting to flow, which, well, is great news, to be honest, because as you can see in the upper right-hand corner, we need 500 of these, and we're currently taking, like, a minute each, if we had enough materials, which we don't. So, even like that, it would be, like, 500 minutes, which means, like, 8 hours or so to get enough stuff together. With the amount of materials, it's probably more like 10, 11. So, yeah, I mean, there's probably either going to be me letting the game run in the background involved, or, well, maybe we will find so much research in the HUD anyway, so this can just run for years, and then we eventually throw it at the space elevator. We will, of course, look into other research that we've already unlocked and so on as well, so I would say let's see how that stuff goes. In any case, this is now running, which is great. This is a great start. But what we still have on the list then is going to be whatever else this is. I don't even know what it's called. Adaptive control units. So that is something that we will require. And for these adaptive control units, it is in fact a lot of stuff that we do need to set up. I mean, we do have the automated wiring. We do have the heavy modular frames, which we kind of need to split a share off of, because we do also, I think, at least use the heavy modular frames and other stuff. I'm not sure about the wiring, but I am quite sure that we have both of those. And then we have the circuit boards, for which I'm quite sure we need another production line, which could mean that we do need more plastic as well. I'm not sure how we're doing on that end. I feel like we're already using up a pretty good share of all of our plastic. And then the computers we're also already producing. But a lot of this is like splitting stuff off of other production lines, so it's not going to run at max efficiency. What in the world has happened to the sun? This is like, oh my god. Feels like I'm being X-rayed right now. Jesus Christ. In any case, let us go. I would like to quickly go and patch up some holes in the walls down below, to be honest. Because, I mean, there's literally no walls. I mean, the holes in the walls being, like, the fully, totally, 100% missing wall. That is a more accurate way to put it, to be quite honest with you all. So, we are... Oops. Yeah, we're going to go get that set up, and, well, in fact, what's probably even more important is to get these walls here set up so we don't yeet ourselves off the building running upstairs. We all know I like to do that quite a lot, so, oh my god. I almost just got abducted. My god. That is... It feels like there's more stuff. Maybe just got reorganized. I don't know. In any case, I would say, you know, let's make sure to get our safety measures up and running. Technically, this kind of sabotages also our little manta hole thingy that we've got going on, but, well, to be quite honest, I mean, he's kind of flying through the stairs anyway, so I guess it is what it is. At least this way, you know, with the hole, we can still kind of look out and see, like, is there a manta coming? Should you be using the stairs at this very minute? Stuff like that, so that's fine. We'll be pulling up a little bit of walls here too for a quick second, and in fact, we will very quickly be having the issue here also that we are running out of concrete, which is not all too ideal, I must say, for our plans of further expansion. You know what's also not all too ideal? Oh no, never mind, they redesigned the basic walls. I was like thinking I'm putting them up the wrong way around, but they don't have different sides anymore, so that is totally fine. What is not all too fine is I think that we'll be out of stuff. Concrete now, basically. So, not great, not good. We'll set up one set of stairs, and then we'll need more. So, I would say let me go grab some. I'll be right back. Right, back I am. Just stole some concrete real quick off of our production line for the, is it encased steel beams? Whatever it is, you guys I think know what I'm talking about, so just stole 2 stacks of that real quick, and now we're back to, well, almost the top, I was thinking, but, turns out the factory's just insanely huge at this point. We should probably just start putting a ladder somewhere, to be honest. Way easier than just running upstairs in circles, but, well, kind of a bit of a late call at this point, I would even argue, so, well, we'll see. We'll see when we get there. In any case, we'll be getting some stairs going, and, we will, in fact, Wait, where's the... Is it that? Oh yeah, that's the right orientation. Just can't see anything. We will need to actually check just how high we need to go, because I once more do not have any sort of kind of clue. I feel like we need to go another level up based on previous experience with these manufacturers. So we will do that and kind of just, you know, set up a few platforms up top, and we'll find out if this is like, yeah, I think that's the height that we need. Kind of feels like it. And then we'll be doing the odd platforming. We'll extend stuff around the outside for the time being, then we'll kind of just zoop through the middle, because remember, that's the great, awesome option now. Satisfactory, very happy about that. Look at that! The Manta seems so tiny from up here. We're so high up. Higher than the flippin' Manta. I mean, Jesus Christ. This Megafactory has really become a Megafactory at this point. The only issue being, I'm not sure how much higher we can really go up, because I feel like we're probably going to reach some sort of ceiling at some point, no? I mean, I'm not sure, like, all these mountains and stuff would indicate that we can maybe go a little higher, because it feels like that's maybe, like, with the waterfalls and stuff, terrain. Like, there's even, like, vegetation up there. Maybe that's terrain that we could still be walking up on, so... You know, maybe there's some potential for expansion. Look at him. Hello, down there. How are you doing, old fella? I'm up higher than you are. Goodbye. He's kind of clipping through that thing still, but it is what it is at this point. But yeah, so quite insane thinking about it, you know. Do you all remember how we started? Like this teeny tiny one floor, where I was like, oh yeah, I'm probably like totally oversizing this thing. It's so huge. I'm probably totally overdoing things. And now we've got like 50 bajillion of these floors, and we still don't have even close to enough space for all our production setup. My God. Absolutely insane. Anyways, let's go and get into zooping. Or not. Now we're out of something else. I mean, look at the insane amount of stairs I need to go up just for flipping 2 factory floors. I don't want to do this anymore. This is like way too long distances. I mean, honestly, maybe we really finally consider getting like some hypertubes up and running here. You know, maybe just like a set of like 3 hypertubes for like every 10... No, like 5 sets of floors or something. We set up a hypertube, something along those lines, right? Just to make life a little easier at the very least, because like, Jesus Christ. I don't even have a clue how many floors we have. Oh, my God. I forgot about that dude being clipped into there. Holy moly, that just scared the ever-living heck out of me. My God. At least we've got a trampoline in the factory now, right? Almost feels like we're working at Google or something. Trampoline at work. You know, you want to relax? Just use the work trampoline. Whee! I'm so sorry for that, dude, but I can't do anything for you. But yeah, quite insane, I must say. In any case, I kind of forgot to place a card, but yeah, I mean, I'll take like the next 2 bajillion years to get myself all the way up top again for, well, you know, evident reasons. Jesus Christ. Better never ever look up that way again, because it's just like quite demotivating to see how many stairs I have to... Oh! Run up. Quick intermittent question before we place a cut. Can I even make it past this dude? May I? Thank you. Jesus Christ. That is really not all too helpful. Ah, poor little dude. Anyways, I'll be placing a cut. I'll catch up with you on top of the factory again. Alright, back up top we finally are after what feels like an absolute eternity. And I would say it is time for some zooping. So, let's get things going. In fact, we should probably also just be zooping up these walls. That would probably save us a ton of time. So, I mean, how about we just kind of start doing that from like this floor onwards, and we just, you know, zoop in some walls, and then, I mean, we can always remove any excess walls, I guess, and just replace them with like holes. But otherwise, it feels like kind of a good idea. Because honestly, if we just start doing that before there's like tons of things, tons of things in the way, then we don't have to take care of it later. So I kind of like that idea, albeit it probably also means that we will use a ton of resources very quickly on these walls that we have not previously been spamming into the walls. But in any case, you know, it saves us some work. We don't have to come back later, so I kind of really have to say I do like that idea. The one side that we probably are going to leave open is this one, because, you know, that's the one where you bring in the power lines all the time, so we'll kind of just do that first and eventually do something there. I'm not quite sure. I would still eventually honestly like some sort of semi-central storage system that we have in this kind of compartment of the Megafactory, so probably going to eventually just expand it up and get like some... I don't know what sort of inventory systems you can get going, but I would like to get some sort of inventory system going there, so we'll see what we can think of eventually, I would say. Not quite yet, but something to look out for the future. Like, look at this. I mean, this is so much cleaner. At least now we have walls, and then we're just going to remove them, replace them whenever we kind of feel like it, when we need it, you know. Totally fine. Right, so down here's that manufacturer, and we do need another one now. We will, in fact, have to kind of say, I am not even sure we have the resources to build one. We are, of course, missing the motors now. Great. My lordy, lordy, lord. Okay, I would say, honestly speaking, given that we are already quite far in the episode anyways, we'll take the chance to end it off right here. Next episode, we'll just set this thing up, I guess, on this corner here. And, you know, have the manufacturer going, and we'll probably, I'm quite sure, have to get another manufacturer going for the, whatever it was, for the circuit boards. Not a manufacturer, a constructor, because I'm quite sure that the other one down below is not able to support enough. And then, probably before we start routing in any resources, anything else, we'll quite surely look at making more plastic. I do have the feeling that we are currently not making enough, so we'll be looking into that, and then we'll kind of just go from there. For today, though, I would say, let's end it off right here. I hope you all very much enjoyed the episode. Of course, if you did, please make sure to go ahead and smash that like button right down below for the YouTube algorithm. And if you're new around here and haven't done so just yet, also please consider subscribing right down below, as well as hitting that bell icon in order to stay up to date on all the future upcoming episodes. With all those things out of the way, though, as usual, everybody, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I will catch you in the next episode very, very soon. Ciao.